Hello, this is going to be an empties video. It's a bit of an old school type YouTube video, but I really like doing them because I think if you can say what you have emptied, then you can give it a really good review, whether you bought it again or whether you would buy it again. So every kind of couple of months I fill up this little paper bag and then I empty it all out. I look at what I've got and I'll let you know what I've got. And eventually I can then throw it away and it doesn't linger about in my bedroom, which my other half will be really happy about. So to start off with today, I'm going to be looking at shower things, small bit of hair things. It's mainly skincare stuff that I've got all empties of. First off, I have 2 empties of the Nivea In Shower Body Moisturizing Lotion. I have been using this stuff for years. I cannot say enough about it. It does come in different scents. At the moment, the one in the shower I have is cocoa butter. This is just the normal one. It is for very dry skin. I'm one of these people that cannot be bothered moisturising every time I come out the bath or the shower. I know you're supposed to do it, but who has the time? These are fantastic. You just use them on wet skin, then rinse them off, and I think it does a wonderful job. I will buy these over and over again, as I have, you can see here, and as I say, been using them for years. Absolutely fantastic. Before I go into moisturising the shower, I use a scrub. I usually do this 2 to 3 times a week. My absolute favourite is the Soap & Glory Smoothie Star scrub. It's the breakfast scrub one, so it smells like maple. It's very sweet. It's very nice. I haven't got another one of these just yet, but the next product you'll see why I haven't quite got around to buying it, but I will repurchase this. It's fantastic. I think it's about £8, so it's not the cheapest, but usually if you go into Boots, Soap & Glory have got things on where you can get buy one get one half price, or buy one get one free, or 2 for 3, and I always stock up on these if they've got an offer on, and it is fantastic. These 2 little guys are the reasons why I haven't quite stocked up yet on my Soap & Glory one. For my birthday back in January, my other half bought me a 3-set of the Kiehl's Exfoliating Body Scrub. It came in lavender, grapefruit, and the one that I have in my shower at the moment is coriander. The lavender one was probably my favourite. Grapefruit was really nice and refreshing. Coriander one's the one that I've used. There's so many oosey moosies flying about me now since I took everything out of that bag because it's been lying there for like a month. It's all dusty. Anyway, the coriander one was the one I probably liked the least the fragrance of. That's why it took me the longest to get around to using it, but it's still pretty good. I don't know how much the Gentle Exfoliating Body Scrub is individually. This was bought as part of a set kind of around Christmas time. It might even be in the sale that you got it. I'll try and link below to see if they've got the full size one. It is really good. It's not moisturising, does that make sense? So it's more like a classic body scrub. It's got the little scrubbies and it doesn't foam up or anything like that. But the Soap & Glory one has an oil, so it's like scrubbies, a sugar scrub in an oil almost. So I feel like it's quite moisturising as well as exfoliating. This one doesn't have that, it's just your bog standard exfoliator. A bit like St. Ives. St. Ives used to do a really good body scrub as well. Kind of apricot kernels, things like that. Good. Would I repurchase again? I don't know. It depends if I knew what the price was. If it was reasonable enough, then yeah, I would probably try and get the lavender one to use at night time just after a bath. Because I really like lavender scent and it does the job. I'm also going to talk about this one. It is holographic. It is a rose pink clay purifying body scrub. I bought this as part of a birthday present from a friend. I actually got 2 uses out of this, so I used half and half. She said she got it in TK Maxx. It was really good. The scent wasn't, if you don't like rose, then you probably won't like it. But it wasn't particularly strong rose. I love the scent of rose. I didn't find this to be too strong, so maybe you would like it. It said it was pink clay. I found this, the scrubby bits were salt. So not to use after you've shaved or before you've shaved because it will nip like a bastard. But good all the same, done the job, left my body nice and smooth. And I also felt like this one had that kind of oil residue left afterwards, which I prefer. This is my all-time favourite. Every time it comes in at Christmas time, I buy about 3 bottles of it. So this one has been used up. I have another one in the shower. I have another one for after that. I stock up on it for the year. They are quite expensive when you buy them in the big size like that, but I can easily make 3 bottles last me just short of a year. So therefore you don't need a lot. This is, what are we in just now? April. And I finished this back at the start of March, I want to say. So kind of 2 and a bit months worth. And actually I was probably using it through Christmas as well, so it's probably about 3. I can make it last about 3 months. I only use it if I'm in the shower. I don't use it if I'm in the bath. Fantastic. Again, if you don't like rose, you might not like it. I love it. It's like Turkish Delight in rose. Turkish Delight rose. Very, very good. Buy it when it comes in at Christmas. It is brilliant. This has also been a shower one I have been using and repurchased. I do have another one in the shower at the moment. It's supposed to be for hair growth, for hair that doesn't grow past a certain length. I do not have hair like that. It will grow long if I want it to, but I have quite straight, lank, fine hair sometimes. So if I was to let it grow too long, it would just be lifeless. But I'm not going to sit and say this is making my hair grow more or making it thicker, but what I do find is it's a scalp scrub which seems to be really on trend at the moment. I have looked into the one from Briogeo that they have at the moment, and this one is also much cheaper. So if it is just for the purpose of exfoliating the scalp, cleaning your scalp and making it feel really healthy, it's doing that. And I use this maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I only try and wash my hair every 3 to 4 days, so this will get used every time I do that. And it works a treat. So I did buy a second one, but not to say that it's definitely making it thickening or making it any longer. I've also very much nearly used up this one. This is from Layering Lab. This is from Superdrug. They have it in all kind of scents. It's a little bit like, people love the Victoria's Secret body sprays. This is much cheaper and the scents are lovely. This one is Oriental. It has spiced berries and floral. The one I'm using at the moment is actually a second purchase and I love it. It's called Gourmand. It's a lovely one, and I have Paradise in the bathroom, and I think I've also tried Fresh before, which kind of had an apple fragrance to it. These are great. You can use them on their own or you can mix 2 scents together. It's supposed to merge with the fragrance of your own body and everybody will have a different scent. I'm not entirely sure it does that, but they're really reasonable and they're great just for a spritz on. Again, in my work, I don't like wearing anything too overpowering or too heavy. It's good to just have this in my bag, give it a spritz once I've come back from my lunch routine, because when you've been working on a ward all day and you're sweating, you start to get quite stinky and you don't want to feel like that. So they're quite good to just have in your bag, throw them in, give yourself a spritz without any heavy duty perfume. 2 cans of dry shampoo. One is the Tresemme Instant Refresh, the volumizing dry shampoo. The other one is Batiste dry shampoo, and this one is also for volume. You can see a theme here. I've got fine flat hair. I like to have volume, so if I am using dry shampoo, then I usually try and get one with a volume aspect to it. I am going to say something quite controversial here. I don't like Batiste. I think when I bought this, it was the only one I could get my hands on that had volume in it. I didn't see this one at the time. They were maybe out of it. And maybe I can't remember where it was I got it from, but I picked this one up because it was heavily volume. As a rule, I try not to buy Batiste. I know everybody raves about them, but on my colour of hair, it leaves such a white cast that it's so obvious that I've got dry shampoo in my hair that I may as well be washing my hair, because if I'm putting dry shampoo in my hair, I'm doing it so I can get away without washing my hair every single day. I'm doing it for a bit of a refresh, and I don't want people to see that I've obviously got dry shampoo in my hair. That's ridiculous. So I'm not a fan of Batiste. I won't buy this again. It was just because I needed something that had volume in it. This, however, is really good. Doesn't leave a white cast on the hair, and I would buy this over and over again. I think recently I actually purchased Superdrug's own brand as well, which I didn't feel had as much of the white cast as the Batiste, but I also bought the one that comes in the brown hair. I know Batiste do that as well. Only problem with those ones is when you're rubbing your hair, you end up with like whatever colour it is in the can on your fingers, and you have to go and wash your hands, and then you have to be really careful because you're rubbing your hair, you run your fingers. I ended up with big black or brown streaks kind of on my forehead. So that's the only thing with that. This is really good though. Love it. We'll buy it again. Moving on to skincare, there is quite a lot here to get through, so I can only apologise if this gets a bit lengthy. I'll try and keep it snappy. 2 bottles of the Pixie. You see how dusty it is? See how dusty it is? That's what's all flying about me now. So 2 bottles of the Pixie Glow Tonic. Love this stuff. On another bottle at the moment. We'll repurchase over and over again. Really enjoy. Not going to say too much about it. It's in my previous favourites video. I will link it up below. The Garnier Skin Active, this is the one with the oil in it, so I think it's meant to be kind of for dry, sensitive, anti-aging skin. I really like this stuff. This is stuff that's like the Bi-Phase one, the oil sits on the top and the micellar water is on the bottom. I have tried the pink version of this as well, the original. I really like that too. I just prefer the oil one because I do have kind of dry skin. I am in my 30s now and I just feel having an oil take off my makeup is much more effective and friendlier on my skin. I will buy this over and over again. I'm using the Lancome Bifacial, the one with the blue on top and micellar water on the bottom. It's really good, but does the exact same thing as this. Save yourself the pennies, just get this. Also spoke about these in my January favourites. It's the Naturally Radiant from Superdrug Glycolic Facial Pads. They essentially are like the Pixie Glow Tonic but in pads, and I know that Pixie do their own Glow Tonic pads. These are much cheaper, they work really well, I would buy them again. Facial cleansers, I've got my Glossy Milky Jelly Cleanser. I have one of these in the bathroom at the moment and I'm just in the process of ordering another one. It's in my basket. I'm just going to pick a few other things to order before I actually press purchase. I do like this. I've continued to use it because I like what it's doing. I don't feel that it's breaking me out. It's not drying me out. It's doing what I need it to do. And I can't find a drugstore version of this. I can't find a jelly cleanser cheaper. So I've continued to purchase from Glossy. I can't say that it's made any kind of miraculous, like, I feel 10 years younger on my skin. It hasn't, but it certainly does what it's supposed to do. It cleanses my face, doesn't leave it dry. I really like the consistency of it. I like that it's not too heavily fragranced, and it's doing the job. It's doing the job really well. I don't want to go back to a foam cleanser. I don't want to go back to a cleanser that kind of scrubs up my face too much. This is gentle, kind, doing what I need it to do. I would love it if the drugstore brands would bring out something kind of similar. If anybody knows of anything kind of similar, please let me know. This one, it's from Formula 1006. Don't bother your arse with, it's absolute mince. I think maybe this was, for me, my own fault, a kind of marketing suck-in sort at the end of an aisle as a new product, and I think because of the packaging and things like that, I thought, was this supposed to be scientific or chic or something? I just thought it looked kind of a little bit like The Ordinary almost, so I picked it up thinking, oh, a facial cleanser, that might work. It was reasonably priced. It didn't really do anything, nothing at all. It's got green tea and chamomile to like keep your skin calm. It has passion fruit to balance your skin and keep your skin looking clean and clear. I'm wondering if it's more for a teenage type of skin where they have breakouts all the time. For me, I just done nothing fancy. I literally used half of it and the rest I used to wash my makeup brushes. I wasn't fussed at all. It's a foaming cleanser. Won't buy it again. This is the Refining Facial Polish from Omoroviska. I can never say this brand's name. Got this in my Latest in Beauty box, but I have had this 3 times from Latest in Beauty because it's quite a pricey brand, and if I can get it in my Latest in Beauty box, then that's what I'll do. I really enjoyed this. It's kind of a charcoal based one. It's actually more of a green colour. I don't know if you can see, but when it comes, it looks like it's black in the bottle. You squeeze it out, it kind of goes a green colour. It's like scrubby but also cleansing. I really liked it. I haven't looked into the price of the full-sized product, but I may in the future. At the moment, I'm just really liking what I'm using, so I haven't bothered. But I would look into this brand. They're really good. I think they do like some sort of mist that everybody talks about having on their long plane journeys and things like that. So they really enjoy that. I really enjoyed this. That's all I can really say. I can't say I'm going to purchase it again because I'm not definitely. But if I seen it in a shop the full size and it was like a reasonable price for a kind of high-end brand, then yeah, I probably would purchase it again. I really enjoyed it. This is a little miniature of the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Toner. Got this as part of like a free gift set thing. I've kept the bottle because I thought I could put my own toner in and use it. I don't think I would go and buy a full size simply because I really enjoy the Pixi Glow Tonic. And if it's for a gentler toner, then I would use another product that I have here. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't need it. I don't need it, so I won't purchase it, but it's good, it's quite nice. I think you should go and have a wee look at it. If they can give you a wee sample size, then it's worth the try. There is a product from Aven that I actually ended up giving to my friend. It was a little bit of a bi-phase one, but it was a toner. It was a really gentle toner. I'll try and link it below. And that's really, really good for sensitive skin. If you're not looking for a really kind of exfoliating or harsh toner, then that's really, really good. It kind of, I felt like it likened that to this, just in case you're looking for a cheaper option. Also from Glossier, the priming moisturiser. This is just the bog standard one, 50ml size. I got mine as part of the phase 1 set, so I always buy the Balm.com, this and the Milky Jelly Cleanser come as part of a set for £35. I, as I say, have another one sitting, same with the Milky Jelly Cleanser, in the bathroom, and I am in the process of just about to order another one. I think this is great. My only gripe is, and I'm sure I mentioned this in a favourites as well, is it doesn't have SPF. That is the only grumble that I have. I wish that it had SPF. It would be my absolute hands down favourite moisturiser if it had SPF in it. I wear this every single time I go to work because I work inside for 12 hours a day. There's no chance I'm going to see the sun. If it had SPF, I would wear it every single day. It's brilliant. People always talk about the rich moisturiser from Glossier. This is great. This is great, and I don't need the rich one, and I have kind of combination to dry skin. Okay, so we have quite a few products from The Ordinary here. I have, what's this first one? This is the caffeine solution. This one is for the eye contour to reduce puffiness and signs of aging. I used all this up, really, really enjoyed it, and haven't repurchased. The only reason being, the last time I was at the Dicem stand in Fraser's, I didn't need it, and since then it seems that Dicem has went a bit bonkers. I don't know what's going on, but the CEO has been really offensive to people. It's embarrassing to watch on Instagram. I've actually unfollowed them, and it's a real damn shame because I made a whole video about them and a whole blog post about them, The Ordinary brand, and the products are really good. So it's quite heartbreaking to think they're giving themselves, or he is giving the company, a bad reputation. I would purchase this again if it is in store. I'm not sure I go to the length of ordering it from online because I really like just being able to go in and pick things up now, and I've found other things in the meantime to replace it, but I did really enjoy this, and I would recommend it, and I would purchase it again. 3 clear bottles that I have from The Ordinary are the Buffet, Lactic Acid 5%, and the Hyaluronic Acid 2%. The Buffet, this is my maybe 3rd or 4th bottle. I continue to purchase and purchase over again. It's a peptide serum. I put it on every single day after I've used my Pixi Glow Tonic, and I just really like it. I like the way my skin is at the moment. I've continued to use it. I've been using this for a year now, and I just like this step in my skin routine. The Hyaluronic Acid I wouldn't purchase again, not because I didn't like it, but just because I didn't feel it did anything particularly. I use a moisturiser with hyaluronic acid in it sometimes. I usually use the Kiehl's Super Multi Corrective Cream with the SPF in it, and that has hyaluronic acid in it. as I said, I already used the buffet and I just felt like I was putting the hyaluronic acid on as well. It was just all too much. I didn't need it all. What I continued to use it for was just round about the eyes. So I would use that and I would use the caffeine solution at night. This is also an empty that I've got at the moment in my bag from La Roche-Posay. It's the Hydra Phase Intense for eyes and it has hyaluronic acid in it. You can see at the bottom here. The texture of this, I didn't look at the ingredients too much, but the texture of this, the way it looks, the way it applies, was exactly the same as the hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. So this was already in my collection. I bought the hyaluronic acid, wasn't loving it as an everyday face kind of thing, but when I realised that these two were so similar, I continued to use it round about the eyes, just for targeting that area. So this is relatively pricey. I'll put links below to everything. And I found that the hyaluronic acid was kind of just likened to it and is much cheaper. So if you're looking for something like that, you could just use it round about targeted areas. It is fine all over the face, and if I didn't use other products, then maybe I would use it, but it didn't wow me. I didn't feel any need for it, and I probably would never purchase it again. Also from The Ordinary, the Lactic Acid 5%. Love it. This is probably my third bottle. I have another one sitting in there. I think they have slightly lesser strength in this, maybe a 2% one. I am on the strongest strength now with the current bottle that I've got. I really like it. I don't use it every single night. I alternate it between the lactic acid and alpha-lipoic acid, and I really like it. I like the effects. I prefer acid exfoliation to scrubby exfoliation. I do like the odd scrubby exfoliation, but 9 times out of 10 I'll be doing it with an acid. Last thing from The Ordinary is the natural moisturising factors, including hyaluronic acid. No, wouldn't buy it again. It's not bad, it's just doing nothing for me. I used it up just to get it used up. It's fine, it's not thick enough for me, it's just not for me. It's just not for me, it's not for my skin. Might be great for other people, really, really reasonable in price, but just wouldn't purchase it again. Last couple of skincare items here are from Jurlique. I love my Jurlique Rose Spray. I spoke about that as well in the January favourites video. I do love my latest in beauty boxes. I love being able to try other things in small samples till you get an idea of how something works. So they had a time where there was lots of Jurlique items on to try all the sample sizes, and I picked up a few bits I enjoyed and actually have looked into buying in full size. This one is the Age-Defying Firming Complex Firming and Tightening Serum. It comes in a little miniature box as well. It's so cute. So this one is supposed to be tightening, firming and smoothing. Apply 1 to 2 pumps into fingertips, press all over the face, morning and night. Now I, again, like my buffet, just used this. Basically what I done was, when I got this, I swapped this in instead of my buffet, just so that I could try it. I did really enjoy this. Would I stop using the buffet in place of it? I'm not sure yet. I might request it again from Latest in Beauty, just to give me another little try of it, to figure out if I do want it full size. Alongside that, I also tried the Activating Water Essence from Jurlique. It's a little tiny bottle again, it's so cute. What this said to do was, you use your rose mist when you come out this, well, use your toner, use your rose mist, then put a few drops of this into your hands and just kind of press it all into the face, and then use your serum and moisturiser. Do I need that extra step in my skincare? No, probably definitely not. Since I've ran out of this, I haven't had it, and that's fine. Did I really like it? Yeah, I did. I just liked doing it. I love the smell of it. It's really, really spa smelling, which is such a cheesy cliche thing to say, but I really enjoyed it, and I am going to look into buying the full size of this just because I enjoyed it. If it's a ridiculous price, then I probably won't. If it's quite reasonable, like the rose mist, then I may well look into buying this full size as well, because I really, really enjoyed it. It's something to definitely look into. And lastly, from skincare, I have the Midnight Recovery Eye from Kiehl's, again covered in ousse. Love it, have bought umpteen of these now, have another one at the moment that I'm currently using. I think this is probably the 4th tube that I've bought. It lasts a really long time, I only use it at night and it does the job. It's really, really good and I would definitely buy it again. There's a few empties here for makeup just because they either stopped working. The Inglot Slim Liner, it's a felt tip version of eyeliner. I found that this, as you can see, gives you a nice dark line, but actually when you're putting it on the eye, it's quite wishy-washy. It's not nice. That's kind of a finer one if you were doing it on your eye, because you're not going to like press in really hard to your eye, are you? You're not going to be like trying to squeeze it on your eye. You're going to be quite light in doing so. So it was taking a few coats to actually get it on. I wondered if it had just dried out or if it was just a bit crap. So it kind of washes out, and when you're rubbing it off, it has a green stain as well. So no, not for me, wouldn't buy it again. The Kiko Cream Crush, oh that is a mouthful. The Kiko Cream Crush eyeshadows. Eyeshadows? Yeah. These are strange because this one, they obviously don't come in colour names, but this one is in number 3 and it's a kind of mauve pink colour, you see there. So it was like a spongy type texture, and then you just put it on. It won't even show up now, I don't think. Very faint. Because this one is completely dried out and cracked. Completely. I have another one I want to say number 10. Bought both at the same time, and that one's fine. And this one's completely and utterly cracked. You can see right down the side there. It's totally cracked. So that one's going to the bin. I really like these. They're really easy for a quick swish on the eye and go, but if they don't last that long or you don't get to use the product up, I don't know, the other colour worked fine, the other colour's still alright. It's a strange one. So that is it, that is all my empties. I can eventually throw out all of my rubbish because it was getting a little bit ridiculous. I will start again collecting all my crap to show you. Anyway, that's it for now. Please have a little look at my other videos. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Feel free to follow me on any of the other platforms that I have. You will find them floating about me at some point during this video. If it wasn't at the start, then I will link it down below. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you later. Bye.